there. So yeah, and bars and lounges are pretty good. So let me catch up here. So let's see. So I'm not saying flirtatious, just curious. You're courteous. But Debbie, see now, Debbie, you have to understand you're in New York. It's also regional. So in Toronto, Debbie, if you were courteous, then that's normal, right? But in New York, if you're courteous, it's almost flirtatious because in New York, people usually don't say anything. Women are usually like looking down. Um, so you have to also keep in mind where you are. I mean, ideally we could all act one way anywhere in the world and we'd be treated the same, but it doesn't work that way. So, so that's kind of the way it is. So J Rock, you going to Vegas for New Year's? All right, all right, all right. So we still have a lot of folks up in here. All right, cool. So what are some good clubs to go to? Pardon the swag says, what are some good clubs to go to in NYC around Times Square? Um, I recommend first of all, I recommend not sticking to particular clubs per se, but you want to stick to certain promoters. So you're gonna look up. First one you want to look up is Eugene Thomas and Blacklight Entertainment. Just Google search Blacklight Entertainment. They have really good upscale events. They throw events maybe once or twice a month. Very, very good, cool peoples. The guy who runs it, his name is Eugene Thomas. Google search that whole company. All damn near all their events are on point. They're very upscale. If you want like a overall, if, like the number one, I guess like hip hop sort of thing, promoter is Empire Entity. They're very popular. Their prices are a little crazy, but they throw events in Manhattan all the time, and they're very popular. Um, and then you have Upscale Crowd, which isn't upscale. Well, let's just get it. I don't think they're upscale. They're more of they do a lot of reggae, dance hall reggae events, and they're very popular in terms of dance hall reggae. But I would say in terms of upscale stuff, bar none, you have Showcase NYC. I believe it's Showcase NYC, but you have Blacklight Entertainment. Those people are right now they're doing their thing on the upscale tip. Fashion 40 is more or less a decent upscale crowd as well. They have a good array of events at Fashion 40, which is actually a club. Um, let's see. I heard New Yorkers are really rude. So, Lady Shan, now where are you from? Shout out to Lady Shannon. Again, all the ladies. Let's have another lady. Uh, another lady. Shout out. All the ladies push 7. Push 7 on your keypad and push enter. Let's see where all the ladies are. Oh yeah, Debbie. I didn't know you were a Southerner. That's cool. All right, so we have Lady Shan. We have Debbie. We have Crystal. All right, cool. Okay, so Lady Shan. Lady Shan, did you say where you? Oh, Atlanta. Okay, I see you. All right, now what part of Atlanta are you in, Lady Shan? You're on the east side. So the east side, that's like Decatur, Stone Mountain, that area. Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah. One of my very good friends is over on the east side, the best side. Okay. All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. So all right, y'all. So listen. Look, what's gonna come out now? I'm gonna have to close down the show unless we have anything else going on. It is getting a little late. I know folks have to go to work tomorrow. But listen, you go to flynesspublishing.com. You can grab my books. You can grab all my info. If anybody has any relationship issues, you can holler at me there. Well, first of all, now do we have any relationship questions? We have any situations people are going through? You know, anything anybody want to put out there? Cause I got a lot of Facebook mail like last week. A lot of mail. We had one guy who was getting punked. All right, so we got Phil plugging in the sites. I appreciate that, homie. You got flynesspublishing.com, flynessmodels.com. Chris says, you know mine. Yeah, so Chris, what's going on? I don't know if you want to put your situation out there, but what's going on with your thing? If you want to put it out there. Yeah, Chris was having some issues, but I think Crystal's gonna be all right. Crystal's gonna be cool. So the whole issue, whenever you have issues with relationships, the whole thing is, as long as you address your things early and you're real with yourself, you'll be fine. If you're real with it, you know what I mean. If you're kind of BSing, so for instance, if you're a lady and you're saying stuff like, you know, this guy that I've been dating for a while, I just found out that he has a girlfriend. I'm just trying to make it work. You know, we love each other, etc. You know damn well that that woman is just a side piece in terms of how that guy perceives the situation. So the main thing that you have to do is be real with yourself. If you're a guy and you say, you know, my woman, you know, we've been together for a year and everything's been going cool, then all of a sudden she just up and left me for another guy, and the reason why she left me was because this guy, and this is actually a Facebook message. A gentleman said that he was with a woman for a certain period of time, and she left him because the guy that she went to was raised better. The woman said, you know, the reason why I left you is because, you know, you're more of a mama's boy, and this other guy, he was raised better and he seems to know his way with women a little bit better. And, you know, you can't take that. You have to look at things for what they are. If you're really real with it, and if you really realize, if you look beyond what people say and you look at what they do, you really discover a whole lot of truth. So Chris said, how does he come to me when we should see other people when we weren't even together? Okay, so all right, so Chris, you want me to kind of touch on your situation? So Crystal has some drama, man, and I don't even know all the details. So I'm not gonna put your business out there unless you want me to. I can kind of lightly touch on it if you want. But yeah, Crystal's been having some issues. But Crystal did buy the books. So ladies, by the way, it's available. You can get it at flynesspublishing.com, or you can get it at I'm forgetting. flynesspublishing.com or myspace2myplace.com. Okay. All right. So yeah, so basically Crystal has all the answers now, but her situation was she was talking to a guy. Let me see if I have this right. You were talking to a guy and everything was cool initially, but then she would notice that after she would talk to this guy on the phone, he would go to her Facebook wall. After, I mean, they're cool on the phone already. He would go on her Facebook wall and actually would comment on some of the stuff that was in their conversation. So in other words, he was getting a little thirsty. I think I have that right so far. And then what happened was, and of course she's getting turned off by this because he's seeming like he's probably a little bit of a leech. And then basically, yeah, and he does sound young, Crystal. So why don't you put out his age? 37. Damn. Some people are young-minded, Phil. You know what I mean? But basically, he would like run to the internet after a phone call, and what ended up happening was, Crystal said that she went out later on, or she went to a club and she actually met this other guy that she really liked, or who seemed to have interest. And meanwhile, she's thinking to herself, maybe I should cut off the first guy. So one of the things I wanted to mention to Crystal was, are you just doing that so you can make yourself available for this guy may not materialize with, or is it because you're turned off? So that's kind of how the whole situation came about. But it looks like Crystal's gonna deal with that effectively. So I'm proud of you, Crystal. That's what's up. So yeah, too many beautiful women, especially in Canada, to be getting that thirsty. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And I mean that's the thing. In both men and women, this is where the game kind of meets in the middle, where you really can't trip over one person too much. Gotta straighten out this damn collar. You can't trip over one person too damn much because I mean you have all kinds of people out there. You have 7 billion people on the planet Earth. You really can't trip off one person like that. And it's very childish. And you have a lot of guys, and I know some of you have seen this clip. There's a clip floating around the internet. There's a couple of these actually, where these guys are actually, all right, Debbie, peace. Nice of you to join the show. But we've had a lot of videos on the internet where these guys um they're actually getting, well, actually what's happening is you have these clips where there'll be a guy, he's receiving, I'll just say, oral stimulation, and he'll have a little camera phone or he'll have a video, and the woman will know about this. The woman is performing acts on his area, on his membership, and the dude is filming it. And basically, yeah, he's filming it and she's doing her thing. And meanwhile, the woman, she'll have her man on speakerphone, like her boyfriend, her real boyfriend on speakerphone while she's, giving relations to this other guy. And it's been nuts. It's been seriously crazy. Where a lot of these guys who are on the phone, they're asking their woman, "Where are you? You better not be doing anything." And the woman will be like, "I'm at the club," and then she'll go back to doing her thing. Crazy stuff, man. And that just goes to show that no matter how hard or how much you think you're handcuffing your woman, if a woman wants to cheat or if a man wants to cheat, he's gonna do it regardless. Ladies, it doesn't matter how good your sex is. It doesn't matter how good you look. If Halle Berry can't keep a dude, then what makes you think you can? So what the whole goal is for women, if you want to get a guy and you want to know that he's going to be faithful, and I talk about this in the Ladies Guide to Finding Mr. Right or Mr. Right Now online as well. But if you want to find a guy who's actually less apt to cheating, if you want to find a guy who's out of his Tiger Woods phase, then you have to find a guy who has actually completed his player stage. You want to find a guy, if you ask him about his life experiences, if he's done a lot of traveling, if he just seems like he knows his way around, around women, then it's a pretty safe bet that if he isn't done with his player stage, he's going to be done with it soon. You have to really kind of get into his head. If he's really kind of nerdy, he hasn't really had a lot of life experience, then that's the sort of guy who would be more apt to cheating. A lot of women think that if a guy is not experienced, they can just kind of lock him down, which eventually that stage just does come out sometime sooner or later. Yeah, World Star Hip Hop. It was on World Star Hip Hop too. That's right. And a lot of people put that on their Twit vids. So crazy. Not all women, but it's a lot of women. I've been to different states and I'm seeing the same thing. Yeah, man. There's a lot of women out there who are doing some really crazy, scandalous stuff. You know what I mean? So anyway, y'all, I'm out of here. Listen, finestpublishing.com. Get yourself a fly bundle. Also, there are going to be some promo copies of these books on the site as well. Have a few more of those left. They're only going to be on there for $10. It'll be